saw him starting to do like 1K days, 3K days, 5K days. I was just like, what the, how's that even possible? Yo,
how's it going? Yeah, I haven't seen you since 2018, I think, in Vegas, right?
No, I think I saw you the year after that in Bali. You smashed me in jets.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right before the presentation, that was funny as.
Man, so many, like how fast life changes in just a couple of years, eh?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, even the past 6 months, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I definitely want to talk about that because, your story is like interesting. You like heard about affiliate marketing from your brother and you like saw how crazy successful he's done. So I'm always like curious, like what was it from like your perspective? Because you also kind of like saw it from like a unique angle, and how would you say like that affected, because they're telling me that they're like, man, Lloyd's like doing $3,000 days now. Right. So like, what's that entire journey been like since we last like saw each other?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's a bit of an interesting one. I kind of come from I was a biologist originally.
Yeah.
And when I started to become an actual biologist, I realized that I can't really study anything unless I have the money.
Yeah.
Well, I can't control what I study, right? So I saw Christopher, he got into affiliate marketing. I was like, oh yeah, online marketing. Just made it off like every other freaking person does. Saw him starting to do like 1K days, 3K days, 5K days. I was just like, what the, how's that even possible? Obviously, that got me interested. I started doing that, got into the whole Facebook thing. The whole Facebook shutdown situation was going on. So I was like, you know what? I'm just over Facebook. I'm over getting shut down.
Yeah.
You build me up, then you again. It wasn't too fun. So from there, I went to sales. Sales is fun, but it's incredibly time. Like there's a lot of energy involved, a lot of time. I was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to take course because I was working for a Northern American company. It was really tiring and I was really not enjoying it. So when I heard Christopher talk about YouTube affiliate marketing, I was like, I saw the potential in it immediately. And when I realized there was no Facebook shutdowns or like shutdowns like Facebook did, I was in. I was sold. I was like, into that.
Yeah, what was it like to like see everyone succeeding, but like for you to take a little bit longer for your breakthrough because you were like super patient with it. But like I said, it's so interesting because sometimes like for example, for me, when I see other people succeeding and it seems like it's so easy for everyone else, when I go ahead and try something and I don't succeed, I freaking like am so angry at myself. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with me and stuff like that. And it's just crazy because it's like your little brother pulling in crazy numbers and then it was just so difficult. So I'm like really curious, how did you overcome like certain one of those like whatever is going on through your mind around that time?
That's a good point, and that's another good point to bring out, that like the whole never give up thing, as cliche as it is, like it's just so freaking true, and that's why everybody makes it a cliche. So I thought it was interesting because I got into the group about maybe 3 months ago, and I didn't really have success until a couple weeks ago. So
really?
Like, about 3 months in, and it's frustrating to see. It's frustrating and inspiring at the same time, right? Like, because you don't want to have the whole victim mentality, like, oh, why isn't it me? You know what I mean? So it was frustrating, but it was inspiring to see all these people hit all these big numbers. Some of them hit big numbers in a small amount of time. Some kind of took more time. But here I am, still haven't really had, cracked the winner, as they say.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I've got probably one of the best affiliate marketers on the planet at my disposal, personally, because he's my little brother. Like, why the hell am I not having success? Like, what the hell is going on in that situation where I've got everything everyone else has plus more? I've got Chris. So what really got me through that whole thing is just like, I knew the system worked. Like I knew it worked. I've got all the evidence around me pointing towards it's working.
Yeah.
So there's no reason it shouldn't work for me. I just have to keep trying new things.
Yeah.
Because you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect to get a different result, as we both know, insanity. So, it was a really good point for kind of have like the self-reflection, introspection. Yeah. What am I doing? What can I do differently? What are others doing differently?
Yeah.
That's how I got put through. I like taking an objective look at some things, right? Because context is pretty important. So once I did that, it's been good.
Yeah. And like I said, it's just so funny, man, because like, for example, I'm just like thinking about it from like my point of view. Like if my sister just started killing it in like affiliate marketing and like at first I'd be a little bit like competitive. I'm like, okay, that's like little sister. All right. And there's like this thing of, you know, maybe it's because I don't know something that the reason why she's succeeding, but then I know it and I try it and I'm failing. And then all these people around me seem like they're succeeding and yet I'm failing even more. And then you literally probably get somebody who just hopped in a group and you're like, okay, you know, let's see how fast they go. And you literally just see them just, you're like, what? I've been doing affiliate marketing for years now when my brother got in, and like that could discourage a lot of people, but I want to know how you handled that, like certain situations. Cause that's extremely discouraging, man, to be around for like a long time. And you literally see newbies, sometimes people that had less than you, less resources, more struggles, less money, more limiting beliefs. And you see their successes like within, like probably from your perspective, it might seem like even days or weeks, right? Like how did you manage those emotions?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's kind of complicated answer. It really kind of comes down to mindset, as everything comes down to mindset. So the way I see things, everything in my life is being given to me for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything that's happening to me is a challenge put to, I don't know, maybe my higher self, if you want to get wooey, for me to overcome. So like if I'm getting all these challenges and, you know, I'm not making money while I'm looking at somewhere that just joined the group and within 2 weeks he's doing like 3K days. that's frustrating and it's discouraging and it makes you want to be the victim and be like, why the hell is this happening to like, why is that not happening to me? Yeah. So a way of me kind of coping with that is number one, kind of take an objective look at it. All right. You know, I don't even know who this guy was. He could have been an affiliate marketer for over a year. Yeah. Maybe 2 years, 3 years, things like that. The second thing is I know everything's going to work out in my favor in the long run, whether it's going to be through this or it's going to be through that. I have an undying amount of faith in myself to get to where I want to be, whatever route that is, whatever. So those two things in itself really kind of push me through, not to mention the third point, it's just there's that much objective evidence that this works and that this system works. Like it doesn't make, if I didn't have success in 6 months, then I would have to maybe get a bunch of the other, you know, colleagues or the people in the group to have a look at me and see what the hell am I doing wrong. Yeah. But yeah, I knew it worked. I knew everything was going to work out for me. I knew whatever challenges were given to me, I'm going to overcome, and they're there for me to overcome. And you know what? I've got more of a bit more wisdom behind me if I want to teach people, you know, because I've got that. I know what it means to be frustrated. I mean, I've got Chris as my brother, I still was not having success. Yeah. So, I can definitely speak from a bit more of a personal experience when it comes to that.
Yeah. And what would you say like your biggest challenges were at that time? Like what were your biggest like difficulties in just doing it for like years before, you know, hitting your really big breakthrough and stuff like that?
Well, a lot of the difficulties with Facebook were out of my control. Like some things are just completely out of your control. Facebook shutting you down, like I'm sure you understand. It's just ridiculous. Then the difficulty of me wanting to start not having to rely on an external thing. And this is why I took sales, right? Because sales is all about basically you as a person. Mm-hmm. You know, you're the only answer, you're the only problem that you're going to have. So I was able to kind of, extrapolate that feeling because sales is hard, man. Like sales is, I don't know. But yeah, it's not easy. So I was able to cop so much challenges in sales that when I'm on the internet right now, like with Google, like it's nothing. Like an algorithm giving me crap compared to like somebody trying to close like a 20K deal. It's like you can't even compare the two.
Yeah, the worst is like I remember getting on some phone calls like when I did like phone sales, and you know for 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, they're like yeah, great idea, man. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, cool. How much? Oh, perfect, right? And then you just never hear from them ever again.
Let me speak to my wife. Oh yeah, man, let me move some money around. I'm super stoked. We'll start tomorrow. Yeah. Hello?
They just that's the worst feeling because you literally It's emotionally draining, man. You have to throw in your heart, your soul. Like you have to be like at peak state, and to do that over and over and over again. And yeah, like I got over some conversations with some other people, and they had like some really big beat ups in life, right? I'm pretty sure you know like some of those stories, but you know, those challenges almost like make you stronger so that when the opportunity does come at bat, you have like you had all those lessons that were almost like burnt into your subconscious and like your body, where now it's like nothing, right? So I want to talk about that second half, that like coming into your own greatness and stepping in your own greatness. What was it like after all those years of you just kind of like in this pressure cooker, right? Pressure cooker, like trying to get results, getting you thicker skin, getting stronger in your mindset, and just like getting more, like what you said was so important, just objectively seeing your own emotions in your own situation as a third party instead of being married to like the story that goes on in our brains. Like, what was it like making that transition and using that into, for example, this new opportunity and this new vehicle?
Yeah, right. Well, number one, the pressure cooker, I'm always going to be in a pressure cooker, right? It's never going to end. So knowing that it's never going to end, unless you, that's really, really, second thing is it's kind of like, it was a really big sigh of relief. It was just like, I finally, it took my brother, I think, 3 months. It took me 3 years. I'm not even kidding. It's probably even 4 years now. I'm 2018, 19, 20, 20, 3, 4 years. Yeah. So like I mentioned, been able to cop all that flack from my previous experiences to come into something that is so user friendly, like I'm not getting shut down. It really is just kind of like, it's a dream. I'm not saying it doesn't have challenges in itself, but the challenges within Google compared to all the other crap that I have to do, like you can't compare it. I mean, if you're coming from a background where you have any type of managerial experience, or you've been into like some type of job where you've had like a lot of pressure, this should be easy. As long as you follow the steps in the process, you know, there should be no reason why it doesn't come to you, although it depends on, you know, how long is it going to come to you.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that I'm learning with like affiliate marketing and just business is like everyone has their own like little timelines, and there's no rules in these timelines. And you could literally just, if you like objectively even like take a step back, not just in this moment, but like give yourself 10 or 20 years in time frames, and you start thinking like that, like you start seeing just random pockets where someone could be in it for like 6 years and not do anything. And then on the 7th year, they go from like 0 to like something crazy, like $30,000 a day. Right. And no one realizes that it's like, I don't know what it is, if it's like the affiliate marketing gods or the universe or whatever, or like whatever woo-woo thing that you might want to talk about. But it's just for some reason, people have their own like affiliate marketing puberty, where it just like hits you at a different age or a different time. It doesn't necessarily take away from it, but it's just like, that was the moment when it was supposed to happen. I don't know. I didn't even know if it was like, I don't know if like affiliate marketing is a spiritual journey or of like self-growth, because it almost seems like it, right? Like it's like, 100%. Like, how come I'm not succeeding? Everyone else is succeeding. And you have to force yourself to grow. And then once, you know, you're ready, it's like, okay, the algorithm just magically just, you know, lines up for you.
Actually, on that note, that's a good point, because everything's like, the way I see it, I'm sure you see it as well, everything's kind of connected, right?
Yeah.
So I started to look at the way I was outside of affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
And I was doing a lot of things that won't exactly serve me. So once I looked at that, I was like, okay, I got to clean my but not that I'm like got anything bad going on, but you know, you could always be better. You could always be doing things that are going to serve you more.
Yeah.
So once I started to really kind of knuckle down on things that were pulling me down outside of affiliate marketing, you know, the puberty, the affiliate marketing puberty kind of kicked in.
Yeah, dude. I think one of the biggest things that is like your skill set, because I even find this as a weakness for mine, but it's like a strength for you, is like in my mind, you know, like it's like a concept between like being a finite player and an infinite player. Like sometimes I want to get into a game for the sole completion of just completing it. Like, for example, the money game. There's a number in my mind where I just want to hit that number and like it'll just check some part out in a box and I'll just feel like better and safer and like more confident in myself. But I know that's like the wrong way of thinking things, right? Like it's just literally like, okay, I'll play the game for this amount. And when I play this amount, I'll check out. And this was a weakness that like ruined me a lot in the past because I would hit a number and I would literally feel like a part of me just kind of like, you know, get less motivated, or I'll start making like, I know like I like hit this thing when I'm starting to make really stupid and dumb mistakes and like obvious mistakes that are avoidable, right? Because I was chasing this physical result to then allow myself to feel a certain way, right? But like one thing that I see with you that like I feel like you're getting really good at is you're just like the concept is just like staying on the treadmill. You're not just getting off the treadmill. You're just gonna stay and stay and stay because like what you said, the only way to get off of the pressure cooker treadmill of like affiliate marketing puberty is to just die, right? And then you just feel nothing for eternity, right? So like I think your superpower is you literally just stuck with it. You were just on, like you were always like in the industry. You acquired more skills, like for example, sales, even though that like hurt a lot at times. Learning those skills and moving over to affiliate marketing with even just like the angles and even like talking to all those customers and hearing those pain points, like who knows, that might even be what was needed for you to take YouTube affiliate marketing to a whole new level, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. It's like a lot of people they don't have a good grasping or like understanding of cause and effect.
Yeah.
So it's like, for example, I can probably speak better on this interview now because of my, on my sales.
Yeah.
Sales. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm even surprised because, like I'll talk to you guys like maybe once every year or two. And it's actually really interesting because it's kind of like when you see like a picture book and you see it like flip, but you see them grow really fast. Like I literally saw your brother grow from like a little punk kid that was just like kind of like all over the place and goofy and didn't know what he was doing, even though he's making good money. To now, like you even see it, dude. He's like a grown ass man with like his jaw even looks more like he got like a manly jaw. I was like, where did that come from? He had like little baby cheeks before. And he's like so confident and certain and like he's helping so many people. And even like you, the first time I saw you in 2018, you guys were like really excited. It was like in Vegas. 2019, there was more of like a groundedness. And now I'm like talking to you now and you're just like, yeah, what up, man? Like, yeah, did sales, did 3K last week, but it's all about the growth. Yeah, like you won't stop until you die. And I was like, man, dude, Lloyd is like, like it's crazy seeing seeing you go from like Pikachu to, or like Charmander to like the one above Charmander to like a Charizard, like in a Pokemon reference.
Yeah, the evolution, bro. It's crazy looking at my little brother go through that evolution because like coming from big brother, little brother dynamic.
Yeah,
I had a lot to kind of work through the whole ego concept. Like, okay, I've got to actually just drop myself because he clearly knows more about finances than me. It is dumb if I don't, just get off my high horse and learn from him. So that was a really valuable lesson. That's something that I'm very grateful for last episode. Yeah,
and for those that are listening in on this, like Lloyd's brother, his name is Chris Reeder. We did a podcast. He literally, like, I remember when I first met your brother, he was just like this little picture in a Facebook group, and he's like, guys, I don't know what's going on, but like I'm making $4,000 a day. I just don't know what's going on. Like, can someone help me? And I was like, you need help when you're making money? Like usually people come and ask for help when they don't know how to make money, but he was literally so confused, right? But then he scaled to the point where like now his highest days are like he'll do 6-figure months easily, So those are just for the people wondering. And I'm really curious, man, like because like I said, I think your story and your journey is sometimes even more valuable and relatable to most people because most people won't be like, moonshot out the gate, 6 figures in a single month. Sometimes it might like just for some reason the affiliate marketing puberty kicks in a little bit later. And that's still fine, right? Because it's all like just continuing playing the game and not getting off the treadmill. What do you think the next evolution of Lloyd is? Like I talked to you a year from now. What is the next transformation that has changed in like your life, personality wise, confidence wise, business wise, finances wise? Will you still have a beard? Will you have a buzz cut? Like, what does that person look like?
I'll definitely have a beard. I'll be looking like a Jack Tarzan by 1 year, that's for certain. And this is kind of playing into the whole infinite versus finite games. I kind of see my goals as infinite, right? Like my main end goal, and as I'm pretty sure Christopher talked to you about this as well, is to basically build a physical empire, permaculture farm, turn that into a mad, generational wealth, kind of create, the real empire, so to speak. So that's my like final goal.
Yeah.
So I every step towards that, for example, doing 10K days, doing 20K days, 100K moms, having, a beautiful wife, children, everything kind of, like, I don't really look at it in terms of the micro steps. Like, I have a good understanding of where I want to be, but I'm looking more into, what's the end goal look like? How can I reverse engineer that end goal to get to that point? And everything I do is kind of in the moment, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Why permaculture?
I know I'm not going to get to the very end goal. Right?
So what's like, what inspired this,
Sorry,
what inspired this living off of the land type thing? Because I literally just got into that. I was like, man, especially with what happened with the world, I was like, I need to be independent and I need to have a bunch of friends with farms. And in Bali, there's cows walking by sometimes. And I was like, okay, if all the restaurants shut down, can I like become a hunter? Like I went spear fishing once and I'm like hunting under the ocean with like the spear. It was weird, but it was like, it felt so good to be in nature. And I don't know. I think that's like a little low-key dream of mine, to just be able to live off the land. And Gary has the same dream. He's like buying land and planting crops. I don't know what it is, but what's your reason for wanting to like do that?
Well, I've always I studied biology for like 4 years, right? So like I've always, and I studied specifically conservation behavior, which is using the behavior of animals to kind of help the ecosystem. At that point in my life, I was all about, money is the root of all evil. I had a lot of negative beliefs, like all hippie crap. No offense to the hippies out there. So, that's when Chris kind of came in and he's like, dude, like, what do you actually want to do? I'm like, I really like science. Like, I really want to bolster the ecosystem, especially considering all the crap that's going on. I want to be independent. I want to be a custodian of the land like we are meant to be. And, we're so disconnected from nature. How can, we get back to that point? So I got rid of all those negative beliefs about money. I realized that, if I wanted to be a scientist, all that I'll be able to study is going to be at the mercy of the people with the money. Yeah. That was a big light bulb moment, because I realized everything is like a top-down system from there. People with the money control a lot. Same time, Chris was making thousands of dollars a day. I was like, okay, so if I want to be able to study what I want to study and create like a permaculture empire, I need money. Yeah. I need resources. And the best way to do that, what's the quickest, most effective business model to get to that point? And that's affiliate marketing. So I guess, long story short, I wanted to make permaculture because I'm a biologist at heart.
Yeah. Dude, that's really cool. Could you share stuff do you do that in Australia, or would you kind of team up with Gary and just start building little Burning Man style villages where everyone just lives off the land and stuff like that, and does crazy dances and whatnot?
Yeah, dude, that's funny you mentioned. That's exactly what I want to do. My main goal, right, is to create some type of model for permaculture that incorporates a lot of arts and culture, along with the local culture, because a lot of the Aboriginal communities they don't exactly have a good medium to get their wisdom out. That's the same with every goddamn country that has an indigenous population, right? So my goal is to create some type of permaculture biodynamic model, which includes arts and culture, and then extrapolate that across different continents. For example, Bali's in my book, and New Zealand's in my book. Wouldn't mind doing it over in California as well. So I want to kind of create a for-profit business organization that, I don't know, I guess it empowers people with land, gives them the tools to be able to actually turn it into some type of oasis and bolster the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been meeting some people that are especially when everything hit the fan. Initially, with the world, I started becoming I had a friend who's talking about permaculture, and I just got fascinated, man. I was like, to literally be sovereign and independent and to build a place where you could literally not depend on anything. I don't know. It was just very attractive towards me. And even for example, with me and my girlfriend, we were talking about like our dreams and goals for the future. And it's so funny. Everyone's like wanting like nice cars. And I was just like, man, I want to get a cow. Right. Or like, and
That's what Chris was saying the other day.
And Chris was saying the same thing. He was like, Chris was like, I want to get 5 cows and just like work ads like with my cows like in the farm and what. I was like, dude, this is so cool. And one thing that's like really getting me excited is no one understands, like, for example, affiliate marketing, the way that like everything is like taught is it's just a vehicle, right? Like you don't necessarily have to be passionate about it, even though some people love it. Like I just got off the call with another Australian mate and he just like what's his name? His name is
older fella or younger?
I talked to them both. Hold on, let me pull it up. Ricky, it was like Ricky, dude, and he was just like, I love affiliate marketing. but like no one understands that it's just like a vehicle to allow you to fund whatever ideas that you have in here and just to like put it out in reality. And I think it's so like noble what you're doing, you know? You're like, okay, screw this. I want to do this. I need money. What's the fastest way where I don't have all this overhead and logistics that I have to deal with? And let me just use that to fund this for several years, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think who wants to be an affiliate marketer for their whole life? You know?
Yeah.
Like, unless you're working for brand, but even at that point, it's just like, that's not affiliate marketing at that point. I want to build something, bro. Like I want a legacy. I want something tangible. That is going to impact the planet. Like I don't care if my name's remembered, but I just want to. The way I see it, the purpose of life and the meaning of life is you got to leave what you come into in a better. You got to leave it better than what you came into it, right? So that's my kind of I guess ethos.
Nice. So what's your marketing? So what's your focus on now, right? Like clearly, like everything is working with YouTube. Are you just planning on scaling it for like the next couple of years and then going to the next phase, or what does that game plan look like for you?
Yeah, right. So I don't know if you've heard, but things down here are kind of getting a little bit prickly in terms of everything hitting the fan. So our goal right now is affiliate market 24/7. Smash it out as much as possible. In about 2 months, we want to be in a position where if shit hits the fan even more, then we're ready to go down to our land and start doing the permaculture empire. Nice. So I mean, that could be happening in a couple of months. It could be happening in a year. It really kind of depends on the political climate in Australia right now.
Are you gonna do the land in Australia, like the first one?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. We've got family that have land, and Christopher, God bless him, he pointed out the observation. We've got all this land, all this equipment, and no one's really kind of making it effective. No one's really using it to its maximum capacity. So we're going to go in there and really just apply our entrepreneurial mindset, get some systems going, and really turn it up.
Yeah, that's exciting. Like I talked to some of my friends and mentors here in Bali, and they're like, like I have a farm in where is it? It was like the south of South America. What is it? Argentina? No, it's not Argentina, but Chile or something like that. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, worst case scenario, I got a farm there where I can ship my family. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And it's so it's so interesting how that's like what's cool now. It's like, oh, you got a car, you got a farm, oh, you got a cow. All right, can I come through?
Yeah, it's just like a whole shift in consciousness. I think people start to realize like the whole material thing is cool, but look where we're at as a society right now. Like we're not exactly in the best place. So I think everyone's realized, okay, we've got to all take responsibility for where we're at. Let's start going back to the basics, which is cows.
Yeah, cows. Dude, thank you so much for hopping on this call, man. It was really good hopping on, and I'm glad that we talked about like the vehicle of what affiliate marketing can do, as opposed to just like what's a click-through rate and landing page. I really get fueled by these conversations. So thank you so much for hopping on this call and just sharing all this with me, man. Super exciting stuff that you and your brother are doing.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for having me on. It's always good to talk about our farm. It's always good to talk about what's possible, right?
For sure. All right. I'll talk to you later, brother.
I appreciate you, my man. Enjoy.
Peace out. All right, guys, so you literally just met Lloyd. Lloyd is Chris Reeder's brother. If you haven't seen, for example, that interview, Chris is the one that literally does $100,000 plus profit every single month as a 24-year-old guy. And as you can see, instead of focusing on like Lamborghinis and, mansions, they just want to get land and get a bunch of cows and live off of the farm. So I'm really curious how many of you guys actually would want to do that. If you want to find out exactly what training that they are going ahead and using and the system that's actually working for them, that's allowing them to clear $1,000 plus days, then make sure you sign up for this week's free workshop because it's the fast and easiest way to make money online. See you guys in the next video.